Yes, sir, man. Welcome back. Warm up Rivalry, bro. Football is back. Preseason well underway. And we got to start it off. Cleveland Browns, Shador Sanders taking the NFL by storm. Every post is about him. I think the marketing plan right now is behind Shador. Man, what'd you think about first preseason game number one, and
Yeah.
now being in a injury situation as well as the other quarterbacks with the oblique situation?
Man, I think the first off, man, congratulations, shouts out to Shador, man, taking advantage of the opportunity he was given. His first NFL game, won't care it's a preseason game, it's an NFL game. People running around with NFL logos on. It's an NFL game. He got to start his very first game because of some other injuries, man. It was just his opportunity, man. My pops always told me you never know when your opportunity comes, just to be ready for it. And he came off like he was ready for it, like he was prepared for that moment. I could tell in the beginning, starting out, he was a little bit jittery, need to see some completions. And then once he saw that it was the same game, it was the same game on 100 yards and 53 by third yards field. He settled into the game, man, and the confidence began to overflow. I thought he looked really comfortable in there, man. I thought that when he was flustered, not flustered, but being blitzed, that he wasn't flustered. He stepped to the side and he kept his eyes downfield, man. I seen a lot of good qualities that I would want to see in my quarterback. Very young still, so has time to grow, but he showed a lot of positives and things that you want to see in these games.
Yeah, bro, tons of positives. When you talk about just gameplay in general, we all know what family he come from. He is a Sanders, bro. He's gonna be a professional. He's ready for these moments. Man, we both know when you talking to your kids growing up, you preparing them for these moments here. He looked like a 3, 4 year vet in a preseason game. Like you just said, very poised, still trying to make plays happen, obviously, with just the scrambling situations. But a lot of commentators might say, hey, in the season, he'll just throw the ball away, or in the season, he'll make a play, be able to kind of get out the pocket, make a play. Um, Use his legs a little bit more than I expected. First preseason game, really just showing the team, in my opinion, what all he can do. What
Yeah.
was he, 13 for 23, 24, 130 plus yards? But, bro, what I want to talk about is now the situation, him and Gabriel. Gabriel has played as of yesterday. Gabriel played in his first preseason game, comes out. I think he leads the team down first drive to three or a touchdown, comes back, throws a pick six. Now everything's starting. Did the Browns make the right decision? Where do they stand right now, quarterback situation?
I mean, you just got to look at it from I feel like from a talent position and also from the owner's position of this is a business and ticket sales. I mean, it's a no-brainer. Going to these games, you seeing 12 jerseys in the stands. Um, if you put them up comparison, you see that, Shador threw two touchdowns. I think Dylan threw one, but Shador had no turnovers. Dylan had a turnover. It's gonna be nitpicky when it comes down to it, man. That's what that preseason about. Um, I remember when I was playing, man, it came down to me and this guy, and I was like, man, I need to make a play. I need to make a play because I feel like, I might be losing this battle between this guy for this next spot. And I think he got an interception, and I did. And you in your mind, you can only think, okay, dang, that might have put him over, but you never
Yeah.
know what coaches are going through or how they viewing it. But as of right now, as what they putting out on the field and the aura from the team that I see, who people rallying around is Shador Sanders.
Yeah, man. I don't know which coach used to tell us, but either you make the play or you don't.
Yeah.
There's no in between, man. And the guys who make the plays, um, most of the times are the ones who earn those starting roles, especially when you talk about professional sports in the NFL. These owners, these coaches, they want to see you make plays. Um, and
Very.
right now, Shador is that guy. Like you talked about it last week, just how the vets are coming around and putting their arm around him. You see Miles Garrett talking to him before the games, press conference. Man, how much does that mean when you talk about um, quarterback
Yeah.
controversy? You
Yeah.
don't want to get into those situations. You talk about the fans being behind Shador right now. If
Yeah.
you cut Shador, if the Cleveland Browns cut Shador, bro, you lost the entire fan base.
Yeah, at least a good part of it. Like you spoke on, man, about veterans being cool with him and seeming like they've already adapted to him, man. It's all about team chemistry. You don't want to mess that up, man. Team chemistry could take a B team to a B plus to a A
Yeah.
minus. It really matters, man. when you got people in that locker room that you want to play with, you want to fight for, and have the same beliefs as you, man. I can joke it doesn't feel like work. You know what I'm saying? This is the best job in the world, I feel like. So when you can go do that and go to battle with guys that you like and appreciate how they work and etc. It makes it a whole lot better.
All right, right now, quick prediction. I think we got one more week before preseason is over. How does this quarterback room shake out right now? You got Flacco, you got a plethora of guys. You got Huntley, you got Shador, Gabriel, and who's my fifth guy? Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, man. I hate to say it, but just knowing the business, man, I feel like Huntley was brought in just to be a body to get him through preseason. I feel like the battle is really for the second position. I think they're going to go with Flacco as a starter, as I think they should, man. I think he's earned that name, to be able to start in this business, a veteran, seasoned veteran. I think they should start off with Flacco. Had some spurts last year of showing good ball, so I think they should go in that direction. As far as the backup position, it's all depending on what kind of GM they have. Do you want to look like, I made the right picks in the draft and have my two rookies battle out for the second spot? Or do you strictly go off of who's the better out of the three? I don't see a place where Kenny Pickett really makes that much of a difference, above the rookie. So if I was him, I would probably go with one of the rookies and see who plays the best out of those two for that backup spot, and possibly if they continue to move and progress, go for that starting job.
Oh man, I feel like they got a mess on their hands. It seems like they put themselves in a situation because, like you just talked about, you got Kenny Pickett. You trade for Kenny Pickett, I believe. They traded for Kenny Pickett from the Eagles, and then you end up drafting two rookie quarterbacks. I think in a perfect world, you get a situation where you got Kenny Pickett and Flacco going at it, battling to see who gets released, and you keep your rookie guy and try and develop him over the next few years. Now you bring in Shador, which is the star of the town right now. You got to try to put Gabriel on practice squad or try to find some trade value and send him somewhere. But what's that trade value like after yesterday's preseason game?
That's the thing. I think it might have went down a little bit. I know he did have a few teams calling for him before he had played. I don't think he played terribly. So it's still some trade value. But what teams do want to see is somebody who's protecting the football most and foremost. I just think that Shador looks like an NFL quarterback. And I think if he hasn't received calls, it's because they know that the Browns are not going to listen to it. You know what I'm saying? So, of the two, he looks like the better, more prepared for this moment. Quarterback, no bias towards him, but I'm just saying what I see with my two eyeballs when I'm watching the game.
Yeah, I'm with you, bro. All right, let's move along to his teammate, Travis Hunter, former Heisman winner. Probably some of the most excited a lot of people have been as far as the transition to the NFL, just to see what's going to happen. Are you going to play them two ways, both ways? We talked about it. Well, you got Devontae Adams saying it ain't possible. He showed that it was possible in a preseason game. Don't know, again, the volume of snaps wasn't there, but offensively had two catches, I think 6, 7 yards. Defensively played a few drives. This week, preseason week, he didn't play. Jags holding him out, but we know now he is a two-way player. How do we feel about the Jags, Hunter specifically? And the question I ask is, does he make Jacksonville better right now? Are the Jacksonville Jaguars a better team than last year?
They're definitely a better team than last year because they added a better pieces. When you get better pieces around, you're going to be a better team. Now, are they going to be a good team? I don't know, but I do know they're a team in the weak division in the AFC South with Houston, Texas, who I think is the best team, the Indianapolis Colts, and the Tennessee Titans. Um, Three of the four teams drafted what in the top 10, 15 picks.
Mm-hmm.
So, to say the least. I think they're a better team just because they add a dynamic player. What I do think is um, what he will run into. I think he's an awesome player, but what he's going to run into is that it's a lot of guys out here that just as athletic, just as fast as me. It's not college anymore. You know what I'm saying? Everybody here is a pro, and the people who are starting they're starters for a reason. Um, Talking about going up against the Steelers and having to guard DK Metcalf and flipping over, and then going against a Jalen Ramsey. Anybody who's just going one way against either of those guys, you got a tough day. But to try to study and stay on the field, with your conditioning against those guys, it's definitely gonna be difficult. So I don't see them playing. I want to see how the Jaguars use him and how they shake out. If he plays a lot of defense, it has to be zone. It has to be zone coverage. I feel like just to kind of sort of give him a break. But I think he's fully loaded on offense as the number 2 receiver behind Brian Thomas Jr.
Man, in a perfect world, Travis Hunter comes out. Let's say he has damn near 1,000 yards this year on offense, 2, 3 picks on defense, few PBUs, few tackles. Um, man, how do you when you negotiating that contract, when it's that second contract? I mean, do you combine it like, hey, I'm a top 5 corner, I'm a top 5 receiver. This is what I deserve.
Absolutely.
Because you're looking at something that's never been done before. He's giving you more than what's expected out of a rookie. When you talk about how those pay rates are slotted.
Absolutely, man. They getting 2 players for one, essentially. You know what I'm saying? So when it is time for him to get paid, and if he's doing, Travis Hunter things,
Yeah.
he might be the first player to get 70, 80, 90 million a year. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's moving to. That's what, in 3, 4 years?
Yeah.
You
Three
never
three
know.
years.
So you never know. Crazy to think, but he might be the first one to get that kind of paycheck if he's doing what he's supposed to do and what I believe he can do. The big thing is just his frame and can he stay healthy, man. It's a long season. Um, that's the main thing. I know if he's healthy, he'll be able to perform. I'm not worried about him. His talent's not shaking out in the NFL. It's more about him, being healthy, staying out the tub.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. We wishing him all the best, man. Ready to see it. Ready to see how he compete against these top receivers in the NFL, against these top DBs in the NFL. And we both know when you that type of player, bro, you definitely on the scouting report.
Yeah,
Guys definitely gonna have it out for you.
yeah. It's a target on his back for sure.
I just asked you a question, talking about what does it take to play the game of football.
Yeah,
I asked you that. I said, man, what advice would you give my son? You said attitude. You
yeah.
got to have attitude. Every player in the NFL has an attitude. So we're gonna see how does he perform when them guys got that attitude with him on both sides of the ball all day, man. So we locked in, ready to see it, man. Let's talk about the Giants. Talked about it again last week with Jackson Dart came out, played good ball, but this week you got Russell Wilson come out fire. You got Jackson Dart still playing well. You got Jameis Winston. I'm just curious. Do you think the Giants could really make some noise in the NFC this year?
Whew, can they make some noise? Yeah. Any given Sunday, somebody can make some noise, man. It's the NFL. All right,
Yeah,
everybody's good. Regardless the worst of the worst teams, everybody's good, and anybody can be beat at any time. Will they make some noise? I have to see a little bit more of what they have going on. I do know up front they're very stout with Lawrence, Abdul Carter, Thibodeau, and
hmm
your boy, oh man, Spider Man. I can't think of his name right now, but he came out of Florida State. It was at the Panthers for the longest. Zero. Defensive end, Brian Burns.
yeah. Got traded from the Panthers.
Yeah, so I mean they got what they need up front. I'm really interested to see what that secondary does, man. Losing Adoree Jackson to the Eagles. Um, it's just gonna be interesting. I know they got a lot of young guys, man, and they weren't doing too well. So I want to see what they're doing in the secondary, man, to kind of see if I want to start hanging my hat on the Giants beating some people. I know I like their playmaker and Malik Neighbors outside at receiver, but will it be enough, man? They in one of the toughest divisions, if not tough division. I'll put that up. I'll put that up against the AFC North. Having the Redskins, having the Eagles and said the Redskins. I mean the Commanders, man. I'm sorry, man. I want them to go back to the Redskins. I like that better. But being in that conference with them and the Cowboys, I definitely think they're the top conference outside of the AFC North. So we'll see, man. I do think they are the bottom team in that league, and we'll see something similar to what we did last year. But don't be surprised. If they slip by some people.
Yeah, man. I think they beat the Cowboys twice this year. Don't they play twice?
Yeah.
Thanksgiving and early in the season. I think they beat the Cowboys twice.
Mm.
Um, and that's just again, that's going off of Dallas's preseason games. Like I'm seeing a lot of problems. You got the situation with Micah, probably won't play week one. Um, obviously Dak ain't played. Your two-star receivers ain't played, but man, from a sense of just the seeing guys fly around defensively, especially the past few years, Dallas has had a pretty solid defense. You get what I'm saying? But now uh things just ain't looking too good, bro. So I got the Giants to beat Dallas twice this year.
Oh man,
Think it's possible, man.
anything is possible. KG said.
Yeah, man. KG with the famous quote, man, after the championship, bro. So anybody in the NFL, man, that you excited to see um and really tune into. Again, we got one more week of preseason left, and then we kicking off things early September for the season.
Yeah, man. A couple. I'm not gonna say anybody specific, but a couple combinations. I want to see how they shake out. One being Aaron Rodgers and DK Metcalf. I want to see if Aaron Rodgers still got it, man. I seen a couple clips, him going through drills, and then it looked like he's starting to slow down. So, hoping for the best for him this year. Hoping to shake out. Uh, I feel like the Steelers are doing a good job of putting together a roster. For him to chase that last chance at that ring. Outside of that, I want to see Matthew Stafford and Devontae Adams in the connection, man. People thinking that Devontae lost a step, but I think it's just been in situations that he's been in that have really made it seem like that. So to get with Stafford, somebody who's secure in his league, a great quarterback, I want to see how he quote unquote revives. Not that he's been falling off because he went for over 1,000 in I think like eight games last year, but just to get back to being that top receiver that I know he can be. So seeing that connection, that's second on the list, and third, seeing what happens with the Colorado duo of Shador Sanders and Travis Hunter, seeing how it shake out, and actually sitting there watching a real game and seeing how if one guy gets a chance to play or if the other guy, what I'm saying, is starting on both sides of the ball, and then if
Yeah.
so that's what I'm excited to see. Week one of the end, and I'm sure everybody is going to try to see that. So
Yeah, man. I love it. As you was talking, bro, I'm like, all right, what else can I add right here? And I keep thinking about Lamar Jackson and the Ravens, bro. If they can't get it done this year, get over the hump, beat the Bills, beat KC, and I feel like they got a better roster top to bottom right now. Um, I don't know the next direction they go.
mm,
You talk about defensively, they just picked up one of the best corners in the league from Green Bay, right?
yep,
Uh, just signed
yep,
him this
yep,
offseason.
under
Yes, sir. Then you pick up a receiver with Watkins. Who they pick up?
DeAndre Hopkins, man.
DeAndre Hop. I keep thinking about Clemson. Clemson, it'd be Hopkins, Sammy Watkins, just that Clemson,
Man,
them
do you
Clemson receivers,
feel
bro.
like D Hop is past his prime?
Oh man, I still think he got something to give you, but reminds me a lot of years ago Bateman. I think Bateman still got a lot to give you over there on that receiving core. Obviously Flowers still can play some ball. You got two tight ends who can play. But to answer your question, I think he still can be a possession receiver when it matters. So that's what I'm excited to see, bro. If the Ravens can figure it out, if the Ravens can figure it out this season, we know they'll be in the playoffs. But man, you got Derrick Henry, you got threats on the outside, you got the best quarterback in the NFL, in my opinion. Um, got to work out, bro.
Yeah. Hey man, when it's your time, it's your time. Now you can do about it. Just
All
work.
right, go out on a limb. Go out on a limb right now. Who is your early preseason prediction for the Super Bowl? Give me your NFC, then your AFC, and then give me your winner.
AFC, I got the Ravens. I got the right Ravens finally getting to it, figuring it out. Uh, On the NFC side, I'm thinking the Rams. I'm thinking the Rams, man. They got a lot of young energy on that defense. They do a great job of scouting, getting guys that could play. Um, I really like their defensive front, man. I'm trying to think who else.
The Eagles, baby.
Yeah, the Eagles. That's the easy pick. That's the easy pick. The Eagles. They got it. They loaded up. That's the easy pick. Um, but the Rams had them boys on the ropes at home last year. So I think in a better environment, because I was at that game and it was cold as a mug and snowing like a.
Hmm.
I think in a better environment, man, they really give them a run for the money and possibly pull off the upset in that game. So I'm gonna go with the Rams and the Ravens. A little
I
R&R.
like it. I like it. I'm gonna stick with Ravens Eagles. Ravens Eagles, most watched Super Bowl to date. That's my prediction, man. All right, let's get into this college football. You know that's where we hang our hat, man. Hanging our hat, college football. I know you got a little excited over there with the drum roll. Hey, Auburn Tigers, man. We got to start with our Auburn Tigers coming off a very similar offseason where quarterback situations up in the air. Where do we stand as a program? Those are all of the questions that we get. Um, I told you I did watch the Any Given Saturdays documentary on Netflix, giving you the insight of all of the SEC programs. You get to hear the head coaches in there, how they're talking to the guys, communicating, seeing how a lot of the players responding to these coaches. Um, I'm ready to see our Tigers, bro. We take off week 1 against Baylor. What's your thoughts, man?
Taking off week one at Baylor, man, I think would be a tough game. On the road, hostile environment, against a team with a lot to prove in Baylor. Playing an SEC team in LSU in the bowl game and getting beat down. I think they got something to prove, man. We coming to their building. Um, we got our quarterback from last year, one of our quarterbacks, and Walker White transferred to Baylor. So I'm sure they're gonna be asking them, what kind of offense they're trying to run, et cetera, outside of the simple film watching that they do themselves. So with that being said, I mean we don't have a quarterback on the roster that has thrown a pass for Auburn yet. So they're gonna try to key on that, man, and try. I'm sure they're gonna try to send different blitzes or whatnot to kind of get them thrown off, man. Big question mark. We have a huge question mark at quarterback, man. On paper, a lot of talent, but you know, they got all that potential needs to start to show to see what we really have. I still like us to go in there and find a way to win, man. I like our running backs and our playmakers at receiver. I feel like we could ground and pound them out. We'll be all right because I fully believe in that defense, and the pieces that we've added from the freshmen. Um, to the top 10 draft pick that we're supposed to have in Kevin Falk on the D line.
Yeah, bro. Can we lean on our defense? I'm with you there. Can we be patient on offense? Play calling. Can we stay patient in the run game? We've got the running backs. Hopefully, we've got some, tough offensive linemen up front who can really just hold their own. That's all we need you to do. And can we stay patient? That's what I'm ready to see. Or will we put our quarterback in a situation where it's a third and long, second and long, whatever the case may be,
Behind.
and we get behind the sticks and put them in a situation to make a big mistake, trying to force the ball down the field. But all of that comes into off-season coaching. You get what I'm saying, man? How are you instilling confidence in these guys? Because what I'm concerned about is if our guy Jackson Arnold, I know he got two first names, kind of. Is it Arnold Jackson?
Nah, that's right.
Jackson, hey, they got two first names, man. Uh, Jackson Arnold, kid transfers from Oklahoma. We behind him right now. That's all the talk. We behind Arnold. If he does not perform well, how does our leadership handle that? We've seen how we've handled situations in the past with Peyton Thorne last year. I know a lot of people want to give him flack, say he wasn't good, blah blah blah, but I feel like a lot of that was unfortunate situations that he was put in. So, how does leadership handle situations when he's not playing well, and do they throw the towel in fast and try to hand the reins over to, like you mentioned, the other quarterback before Deuce? Um, Don't know his name. Forgive me. But how does all of that pan out for those guys? Curious to see.
Man, it's I hate to say that the guy is looking over his shoulder, but because you want your quarterback to have some kind of comfort that if he, makes a mistake, that he's not going to get yanked out. Um, it's not helping from him in practice, missing open reads, especially on simple reads with no rush. Um, that he should be hitting, man. I seen a simple high-low read that it went viral that Hugh Freeze got mad about it and threw his visor down like he was Steve Spurrier over it. Just because if highly touted guys should be making these simple reads in college football, man. We're putting you in a position to make the plays, man, make the plays. So again, back to what our coach said. But it's gonna be interesting to see, man. It's gonna be interesting to see. I really want to try to get over to a scrimmage or something and see what's really going on for myself because on Instagram, a lot of stuff is it's slanted and it's pushed to a certain agenda. You know what I'm saying? Somebody
Hmm.
so one clip of somebody looking bad and another clip of somebody else looking good. You thinking that it's all going good, but it's all perspective. So I think we'll be all right. I think he'll get it figured out. Um, but I think we need to lean heavily on our running game and pretty much take the pressure and the ball out of the hands of the quarterback until he's comfortable enough to start making those plays.
Well, thing is you ain't got to rush to a scrimmage now. You ain't got to rush back to a practice because next Thursday it's gonna be on the stage for the world to see.
Oh, we
Next
playing on
Thursday, no, Friday. I'm sorry. Next Friday,
the 22nd.
the 29th. Let me
No,
see.
no, no, no. We got a little time.
Yeah, yeah, next Friday, 29th. Next Friday. Yeah. So yeah, next Friday, the 29th. Now this Saturday we do got football kicking off. I think Kansas kicks off in Ireland against Iowa State. Kansas State versus Iowa State. Um, that is the game that I'm looking forward to. We'll stay there. Quarterback situation for Kansas State um, is a very good situation in my opinion. Running back situation, they just got Edwards from Colorado last year.
Mhm.
So I'm excited about this game. Iowa State continues to put a good product on the field, bro. They stay putting a good product on the field, so I think it's a good kickoff game. 11 a.m. in Ireland for our college football season to start off, bro. Any early prediction on that game for this Saturday? Iowa State versus Kansas State.
Yeah, I'm taking Kansas State in there. I originally said I want to go with Iowa State. I'm gonna take Kansas State just strictly off their quarterback. We'll
Yeah,
be a hard fought game though. It will be hard fought game. Two programs that believe in grinding it out, grit and grind. Not really a lot of glamour to these programs. They just come out and play hard nosed football.
agreed, agreed. Man, this game is definitely up in there. I think the sports book line is like damn near even right now. Um, feel like it's going to be a low scoring game for some reason because Iowa State continues to put a good defensive product on the field. But I'm with you, bro. I'm going with Kansas State strictly because of the quarterback situation. Hopefully, he can be, athletic enough to make a few plays. But I definitely think it'll be a close game, bro. I definitely think it'll be a close game. Let's talk about the upset that I feel like could be brewing right now. Is a matchup that many might not even be paying attention to. Jacksonville State versus UCF. I'm watching this game. Obviously, Gus Malzahn leaves UCF now, um, so they have a different head coach. Even though it's someone that they are familiar with, like you mentioned last week, but Jacksonville State to me is a team that has continued to rise, and they can play some good football. I think they're recruiting fairly well right now. Coaching situation, they just brought over the defensive coordinator from
Yeah,
Auburn,
Charles Kelly.
Charles Kelly. So definitely a game I'm watching. I'll take Central Florida strictly because of the show and because I want to keep some type of credibility early on. But I'm watching Jacksonville State, bro. I'm watching the Gamecocks play some good ball for the first few games of the season.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna roll UCF too in a very close one, man. But shout out to the Auburn Tigers that's at Jacksonville State. Charles Kelly, DB played for Auburn, and also we got Deshaun Davis over there, man, linebacker coach. Uh, Congratulations on you getting, moving up in the ranks and getting that job, man. I want to pick y'all, but I'm gonna go with my head, keep my credibility. I'm gonna roll with Scott Frost and the UCF on his homecoming back to UCF.
Yeah, what you mentioning that going into it, that's why when you talk about just like the mentalities of coaches and how important leadership is, you and I both know we watched Deshaun play. We didn't play with him, but we watched him play, and he played with passion every Saturday.
Yeah, he did.
So you know how he's coaching his linebackers to play. So when I'm watching games and I'm saying, hey, who can win this ball game? I feel like the linebacker's gonna be ready to play.
Oh, definitely, man. Not just the linebackers, the
The
defense.
defense.
He gonna have them boys turned up.
Yep,
You know,
yep.
go over everything. I'm sure he's gonna be that one that's having them turned up, ready to play, man. He's gonna get those boys the best experience that he can.
Yep.
He gonna try to translate over from Auburn what he's seen. So yeah, man, I'm gonna still roll UCF, man, in a close one, man. Just their first game at Jacksonville State. I'm not saying that they can't do it, but to get to the program and knock off, a perennial solid program, and
Yeah.
yeah, man, and I think is a big step that can be done. I just don't think it get done right now.
I like it. I like it. All right, Dylan Raiola. We got Matt Rule, Nebraska playing against Cincinnati. Uh, this is gonna be a good one as well. All these games good for me. I'm excited to damn near watch San Diego State. I don't even know who they play, but uh, man, they got them boys. I think at a 2 point favorite right now. Uh, I like Nebraska, like Matt Rule. I like those guys and expected more of them last year. Obviously, he was still a freshman, young quarterback, but now he's got got some rhythm going. Understands what the game looks like. I'm taking Nebraska over Cincy.
Yeah, sure. Same, man. I'm taking Nebraska. And I'm gonna take them more than 2.5. I'm taking at least 10 points. I think Nebraska comes out firing off good, man. You spoke on Dylan Raiola, him being a freshman last year. I think he got those games on his belt, get his feet wet. I think he comes back and start a strong sophomore campaign.
Man, do you think Dylan Raiola is a quarterback who could possibly be in Heisman contention?
Absolutely. He's at a prestigious program like Nebraska, man. You know about being in the Heisman, man, as long as you're putting up the numbers and you're winning, people are gonna consider you. If you put up numbers at a sorry school that ain't ranked, but you got numbers, you will never be up for the Heisman. Winning is part of it. That'll get you there. So if they winning, I'm sure he'll have a chance. Why wouldn't they put the quarterback up there? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, man. And the talent there. The name is there, the hype is there. You get
And
what I'm saying?
and he looked like Mahomes.
That's what I'm saying. But you know how it is, bro. All of that, the marketing, you done already created a name for itself. Like it
Easily.
makes sense. Easy, E-
Easily.
easy contender. All right, what else you got for? We got a long slate for the Saturday, but is there a game in particular um for that first week that you ready to really tune into? Like I said, you got
Yeah.
Texas. We'll touch on
Yeah.
any other games right now that you want to touch on.
Any other games? Well, that first week, I'm always support my HBCUs, man. Fan, you
Yes,
playing
sir.
out down in Miami in the Orange Blossom Classic,
Mm-hmm.
doing that Labor Day weekend. So that's one game. But another game that I'm excited to see, man, will be and it's not a small game that people are not talking about. But I'm really excited to see this FSU versus Alabama game. Bama coming down to Tallahassee. Uh,
Yeah.
Interesting to see, man. The last time they played, I think it was back in maybe 18, 19. And it was a good game. They played in the dome. It was a good game. I'm trying to think who the quarterback was for Florida State. Francois. They had Francois playing. I remember he had got hurt, and that's when Bama started the take off and separate. But up to then, man, it was a really solid game, man. So FSU always does well versus SEC. So this will be no different, man. Having them in their home, man. Just coming off renovations of the stadium. It's gonna be a lot of hype. Big game. I think it's a night game. So you're gonna have time for people to grill and drink all day. And it's gonna be a rowdy situation for Alabama.
Oh man, I'm trying to think. Is that a 2:30 or a six game? Um, Man, my phone just died on me, so I don't know. But I'm with you, bro. From a sense of tradition, Bama, Florida State, it don't get no bigger than that. You know, and I'm excited to see it. Obviously, a lot of trash talk going on. I heard one of the Bama players say, basically we ain't got to do no talking. We'll see. Game got to be played.
Yep.
One thing I do know, Florida State, they got football players. I don't care how last season shaked out, man. They got some ball players on their roster. I'm ready to see how they play, especially for Gus Malzahn. They got to score 28 plus points. I think they can.
Easily.
They have a tough running back. Got some good guys on defense who um, they were able to develop last year. Getting older, guys are really understanding the program. The head guy, he went through a lot last year. A lot of people wanted his job.
Yeah.
A lot of people were calling for his job. He went and got Miles on somebody who he was familiar with because I think they worked together in the past. But
Definitely. The head
like you
coach
just said,
worked with Miles on.
Florida State, Bama, I'm ready to lock into this one, man. It's gonna be a fun one. Florida State is obviously the underdog here, but I got them on watch to definitely start the season off on the right foot and be able to get a win.
Yeah, man. Some breaking news, man. One of FSU's top DBs, Huzzy, number 12, man, got kicked off the team. Got into an altercation with a coach. So
Oh man.
I commend Norvell standing on releasing him for, thinking he's bigger than the brand, man. Nobody's bigger than the brand, and we're trying to go in a different direction, man. One of the top players had to let go because of altercation, not a suspension or anything. So he stood on that, stood on business about that, and we're gonna see how they go moving forward.
Well, we both know the situation had to be bad for a head coach to let you go. It's been situations where, we done seen, guys get into it with coaches. Even ourselves might have been frustrated and said certain things to coaches, but it was never to the point where we got kicked off the team. So if I'm an outsider thinking about that situation and them releasing him, either there was things that happened beforehand, you was on your last strike, or that situation, man, may have got a little physical.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that's what it was. I think it was a altercation.
Man got a
What
little
it was.
physical, man. So, damn, I hate it for the kid. But I was just talking to somebody earlier. The game has changed, bro. Like when we was playing, when we was in college, I was always the type, man, you got to give these kids second chances. We coming into this arena from broken homes. We don't know how to be professionals, blah, 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 because we wasn't getting paid.
Yeah,
Now, I'm not saying that my perspective and thought process is right on this, but nowadays it's a business. These kids are getting paid. You're still getting the same type of kids from these backgrounds, but there has to be some type of responsibility before you get to a campus as a professional now that you understand, bro. You can't be riding around with ounces of marijuana. You can't be fighting with your coaches.
yeah,
You can't be riding around doing certain things because it's too much at stake now. It was a lot at stake for us too, but now it's a lot. It's a lot at stake for everybody, man. So these guys got to be professional, man, and hopefully at the high school level, man, a lot of people starting to talk to them about it uh, because look at it, kicked off the team, physical altercation with your coach. That don't look good.
at all. At all, man. So I don't know, man. You spoke on the kids getting paid and it's being the business, man. I think these people who are actually getting jammed up with this narcotics, man, just want to do it for the lifestyle. It's not really about keeping some money in your pocket because y'all guys getting it now. It's about lifestyle, and these guys making stupid decisions, throwing away their futures.
Yep, yep. Hey, man. Simply put, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it, man. So, all right, another big one. We got the number one, number two matchup. You got Texas playing against the uh former defending national champions, Ohio State. Um, this will be Manning's debut as the starting quarterback, the guy for Texas. With that comes a target on your back. We just talked about it earlier with Travis Hunter. Guys can't wait to play Manning. They can't wait to play against that legacy. That's just like when we was playing, you get the chance to play a Menzel. You know what quarterback you playing that week. You get what I'm saying? Those are the type of games that you just get hyped up for. So, man, how do you see this thing shaking out with Texas, Ohio State? Can Texas find a way to pull it out? They're currently the underdog, but um, I think a lot of people feel that's not the case.
Man, it's gonna be a college football playoff atmosphere, man. Texas going up to Ohio State. one verse two. Can very likely see this game again at the end of the year. I'm liking Ohio State to come in and at home and win this game in a close one. I know they lost their quarterback. They lost a lot of first round talent, but they still bringing back that guy in four, and they bringing in more
Yep.
4 5 star guys, man. So they just reload with talent. And I think that they'll be prepared. Bringing a lot back on defense. Um, it's gonna be interesting to see, man. Everybody will be keyed in on Manning, and we gonna see what he does, man. I know Sarkisian will have things drawn up well and put together a great game plan, but they got to go out there and execute it, man. I think it might be a little much for Manning on the road in Ohio State.
So with that, are you going with Ohio State to edge it out in this first game?
Yeah, I'm picking Ohio State to win the game.
All right. All right, I like it. I'm gonna ride with Texas. I'm gonna ride with the Longhorns, figuring out a way to win. Just because of the quarterback situation. Mind you, Ohio State's quarterback graduated. Man has come back. He's played some ball before, man. This is a big, big matchup for him, not only for the season, NFL projections, man. Everybody's talking about him. You know, what does that look like end of the year? This is a great way to start. Great way to start, man. Go into Ohio Stadium, get you a win, and put the SEC back on top. Because what Ohio State did to Tennessee last year was, oh man, that was it was embarrassing. G.
Yeah, I always felt like Tennessee was some front runners, though.
Mm, you
Uh,
called it
yeah.
because I definitely thought they was fit. Like I say, I looked stupid all year last year going against Ohio State.
Time to redeem yourself, brother.
This my year, man. And I'm gonna talk about the Auburn Tigers. Auburn, Baylor. Auburn will be going into Baylor's house. We touched on it a little bit earlier. Who we got winning this ball game, bro?
Yeah, we got Auburn winning this game by 3 points. I don't know if it's a field goal to win at the end or they just, was down by 4 and then scored a touchdown and went up there. But I think we gonna go in there and win by 3 points on the road on a Friday night game, prime time. Let's lock in. Migo.
Winning by three. That's a little too close for my blood, bro. Golly.
It's a good
Um,
though. Winning by 3 is a good win. You learn how to win on the road. You fight, Claude. You had to fight that out. It wasn't a blowout. I think a lot is learned. Like
whoever wins this matchup will be in the top 25 now. So you will get a number beside your name. A lot at stake for this game. A lot at stake. More for us and our Tigers because we're in the SEC. Baylor can lose this game and still go on and win out, or maybe lose one more game and still be fine. We can't because we know what's in front of us. This is a must-win game for us. Um, and I'm gonna take our Tigers, bro, by 10. Um, man, I'm it's a lot that we can be concerned about
yeah.
because of previous years. Like we've seen this story. We've read this book before. We read this book before, but I'm hoping, I'm praying that somehow the Auburn Tigers, for the sake of the players, bro, can come in and get a win. Because if we don't, our season starts to things just start to unfold fast, man. It can unfold very fast. Obviously, we got Ball State, South Alabama right behind that. Uh, but this is a must win for us, bro, and our fan base.
I couldn't agree more with you.
Yeah. So worst case scenario, worst case scenario, we go into a Baylor Stadium, hard fought game, but we fall short. Fall short. Our quarterback plays solid, 2 touchdowns, but throws a pick. What do you think is the feeling in the atmosphere when you talk about surrounding quarterback situation, head coach situation after week one? I'm just curious to get your thoughts.
Depends, man. Those aren't bad numbers for a quarterback. Sometimes things happen, interceptions happen.
Exactly.
Um,
Hmm.
he might be trying to go for a harder throw, trying to get it in between. So it's not a fact about, oh, he threw an interception, got to be perfect. I just want to see how you move in the offense. Are you making the correct throws? Are you making the right reads? Are you doing all you can to protect the ball, man? You might get a pick off a tip pass. You never know, man. It might have been the right read. The D lineman might have tipped. Anything can happen. So I'm not as focused on it being an interception as how was the interception? Was it all on you? Was he double covered and you threw it up and well, we got this guy over here wide open, so was it the wrong read? Um, but yeah, man, I believe in once a guy, you know what I'm saying, if you pick a guy, give him a couple games to get his feet wet and see what's going on, man. Don't just pull him after the first game. I don't believe in that.
Yeah, I agree. I agree, bro. Want to see these guys really get a shot. You don't want your quarterback looking over his shoulder. You don't want him to be afraid of making mistakes. Mistakes gonna happen. Let's just try to put him in the best possible situation that we can, and let's run the football this year. Let's run the football this year. Um, is there a reason for concern? Yeah, because I felt like we had the best running back in college football last year,
Yeah.
and he didn't get the ball how he should have. So, hopefully things change. We find an identity, and we run the football. Got 2 to 3 running backs who can tote the field. You got Robinson. You've got our starter zero. Um, and I forget what's our third? It's 21. I forget his last name.
Are you talking about the freshman that they brought in?
Yeah, they brought in a Fred. We got 0, 21. Hey, give
All
me
right, so
one.
we got Damari Austin. That's the starter in zero. Then they bought in a transfer from where did he come from? Connecticut. Darrell Robinson, he's 21. And then we got your boy 23 from Montgomery, Jeremiah Cobb. Those are the guys I see getting the most run with the ball, getting the most carries. On top of the top 4-star guy running back that we bought in is like got leading all the touchdowns in Alabama history. It's gonna be interesting to see what they do with him. I want to say his name is Henderson.
Clemson, LSU. It's going to be a great week one. This game will be played at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, right?
Man, I hope not.
I think so. No,
It's not. It's in Clemson.
it's at Clemson. Oh man, Death Valley,
It's
Death
at
Valley,
Clemson.
Death Valley.
7:30. 7:30.
Oh man, we done played there twice, right? We played at Clemson. No, we only played at Clemson once. Um, and it's a very, very unique experience. Again, seeing them guys run down the hill, guys will be hyped up. They will be hyped because this is an SEC matchup. They will be hyped again because Dabo Swinney, in my opinion, does not like SEC teams. He wants to get their respect back. He wants to bring Clemson back to where they were years ago. Last year, they won the ACC championship and went to the playoffs. So Clemson is still a standard. This is a top 10 matchup, right? If
Absolutely.
not, yeah, exactly. So, man, how do we feel about this Clemson LSU game? It will be a night game, I believe. It's later on the slate of the
7:30.
first week games, man. So, how do we think it will play out between your guy at LSU and Dabo Swinney, LSU versus Clemson matchup?
Yeah, man. Charles Kelly, man. Head coach, LSU. Um, got a Heisman candidate, top draft pick, and Nussmeier at quarterback. You got Dabo Swinney and Cade Klubnik, also supposed to be a projected top 10 pick and Heisman candidate. Tigers versus Tigers. A SEC caliber school versus a SEC school. I expect, like Lee Corso say, a barn burner, high scoring. They have talent. Both sides at receiver have talent. Guys that can go get the ball. LSU has guys that can flat out run. A lot of 4-2, a lot of 4-3 guys, a lot of 4-4 guys that can flat out run. Clemson, on the other hand, has a lot of guys that are good. Freshmen that played a lot last year and produced. I don't know if they can fly like those guys, but they produce. Don't matter. They can produce. So it's gonna be interesting to see, man. It's gonna be a lot of pressure on these defenses. LSU defense was not good last year. They were horrible. It's gonna be interesting to see how they change things. That's not what we used to seeing from an LSU. You know what I'm saying? Saying that their defense is horrible.
Yep.
And I apologize, man. I said Charles Kelly. Still thinking about Jacksonville State as Brian Kelly.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
We knew what you meant, baby.
But yeah, man. It's gonna be interesting to see how they revive that defense and get it back to the old ways. I know Clemson has a top corner, and I want to say his name is Ariane Terrell. He's AJ Terrell's little brother. AJ is a cornerback for the Atlanta Falcons, who went to Clemson as well. It's gonna be interesting, man. Clemson has talent on defense, man. I really want to roll with the Tigers in this game to win. You know, I just don't know which ones yet.
Man, listen, man,
Just
listen.
don't know which ones.
These offenses, when you talk about Clemson's offense, especially last year, man, guys was rocking and rolling. They surprised me last year. LSU's defense was bottom tier,
Yeah.
definitely of the SEC. And that was emphasized in that documentary on Netflix, Any Given Saturdays. Go check it out. Coach Kelly dogged his defense. And he talked about how bad they were. He talked about how they couldn't stop nobody. So this year, they have to play with a chip on their shoulder. Things got to turn around. It's LSU, right? You just talked about it. You are not used to an LSU team not having a solid defense. The defense that they put on the field last year was giving up damn near 40. I mean, you heard the quarterback say it. He's like, look, we scored 36 today and we lost. So again, I feel like this year the defense will come back more detailed, more sound, more disciplined, eyes in the right spot. You know, the things that will get you beat if
Yeah.
you don't have them in order. I think they'll have those things in order this year, flying around trying to make plays. So with that being said, man, I'm taking LSU. You talked about these corners, bro. Man, I play again. We play on college football 26, and it seems like they got 10 corners out there with stars around.
Oh,
So
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. LSU has a 5-star corner that is like 6'5".
6'5", exactly.
I forgot about it. And they say he's every bit of legit. I don't know, man. I think that's a little too tall to be at corner.
Why would you think that, bro?
Because I mean they're usually not agile. I mean everybody wants to have the tall receiver or whatnot, but I mean what route is that really only good for? The go ball. What about the short stuff and getting in and out of breaks?
Man,
I
I
like
think
one
it's good.
corner.
So you telling me a lone corner playing man or playing zone, having the drop in cover two to stop the honey hole shot, it makes that quarterback throw a different ball. If a cornerback 6'5" and really competing on digs, bro, you can compete. Long arms, man, get that ball out of there.
So we
I'm ready
talking
to see him play.
we talking about them being tall
Hmm.
for a zone coverage. I'm talking about shutting a guy down. When I speak on corners, I'm thinking about, man, I'm not thinking about no zone. Anybody can be throwing zone. I'm talking about getting down there and getting on those guys that can do that, got wiggle to them.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's harder for a guy that's taller. It's almost like a sports car to an SUV.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying, especially when you talk about press coverage. Just imagining what that looks like, 6'5" receiver on a small, I mean, 6'5" corner on a smaller receiver in today's game, because you really can't put hands on receivers. And if you do, you tall as hell. It's very obvious how if you're trying to get creative and tug on a jersey, a lot of DBs play a different, play different games to try to get creative and how you stop a receiver.
Yeah,
Obviously, you can't do certain stuff, but you really can if you know how to do it.
yeah.
But like you just said, a 6'5" corner, it's gonna be hard to play a lot of those games, to shut down a receiver. So
I just feel like it's gonna be hard to get in and out of breaks being taller. You got to put more emphasis on staying low. Like I don't know. It might work out. Hope it works out. That's just my opinion on it. Him being that tall, I really feel like it's just good to stop the go ball. And how often do people run go balls?
hey man, we're gonna see. I think we'll see. We'll see what he brings to the game. I'm sure. I'm sure they'll find ways that he can kind of um, highlight the skill set that he does have. So
Yeah, man. Funny that you say that, man, because I actually seen a highlight and he caught a pick, and I think he was in cover too. So
I'm telling you, bro.
that is legit.
Hmm.
When I speak on corners, and if this guy's good or not, I think he's good or not is strictly a man to man shutting the guy down. That's just what I know.
You know how the game of football is, though. It's a lot. It's not only man coverage all game. Now, if you want to be a lockdown, shut down corner, that's different. Um, but how many of those is it in the league right now?
I don't know. All I
Maybe,
know, my senior year at Auburn, we played man down there every play.
yeah, we was giving up a lot of points too.
Played every play.
Hey, look at how many points we gave up.
Stupid stuff.
It's still, yeah, you're right, but you know why? Zero coverage is rough, bro. It's rough to lead those corners out there, safeties and man to man all game. We didn't mix it up oftentimes. It could be 3rd and 15. We was in zero.
Let's get it. Strap up.
Amazing. Amazing, bro. All right. Who else we got, man? We got the matchups. We got Kentucky playing Toledo this week. We got Mississippi State playing. You talk about some of those late games after um, the Clemson game. I think you got Notre Dame playing,
Yeah, we got
which
Notre Dame in Miami on Sunday. They
Notre
got
Dame is Notre Dame the place where all of the NFL vets kids are going right now. You know, I hear some things talking about their roster. I think it's 5 NFL guys over there.
quite
They pipeline. Then they got Ryan Clarkson. I think Jerome Bettis. Uh, a few guys.
They had a few of them. I forgot who was all in the picture, but they do have a few NFL, bloodline on the team, man. I think they believe in the coach, man, and what he's preaching and
Yeah,
what he's restoring back to Notre Dame, man. I'm not gonna lie, seeing Notre Dame in the playoff last year, I was thinking, man, this team again, they go get blowed out, and they continue to prove me wrong, man, showing that he brought an edge to them, some physicality. Um, People in trouble, man. Notre Dame's back, man. Everybody knows Notre Dame is a brand in itself. Don't need
yeah,
no conference, no nothing. All their money come to them. They cut out the middleman. You know what I'm saying? So, with him in the head spot leading them, I think they're in a great position, man. It's gonna be interesting to see how they go this first week traveling down to Miami. To play Miami, man, adjusting to that heat is gonna be different. Miami has Carson Beck at quarterback now. Um, I don't know what to say. Up and down guy, I think. At one, instance he could look like a top 5 draft pick. And then another instance, you'll be like, man, where they get this guy from? So it's gonna be interesting to see how things go, man. Leaving Georgia and going to Miami, a different team, and seeing how he's adjusted to it, and seeing if Miami is really back. Was it a 1 year thing? You know what I'm saying, with Cam Ward or not? So I feel like Crystal Ball is putting together that program, and it's gonna be interesting to see off the muscle at home against Notre Dame.
yeah. A lot of storylines. I'm gonna ride with Freeman and Notre Dame though. Like you just said, I think that they're building a real solid organization. You get what I'm saying? A real solid team right now. They did lose their quarterback last year with Riley.
Yeah,
Um, but the running back returns, which
yeah,
is
dog.
he a dog, man. We talked about him last year, bro.
Yeah,
Just
sir.
the way he run the ball, man. So
Jeremiah
uh,
Love. Shout out to you, brother.
they definitely got receivers because I think all of those kids of those NFL guys, I think all of them at receiver. So they might have,
Everybody want to play now. That's who getting the money.
yeah, man. So I take Notre Dame in this matchup, man. Again, Beck at Georgia, solid football player, but he had a great team around him. He will not have those pieces like he did at Georgia. So for those reasons, man, I'm taking Notre Dame, even with a less experienced quarterback.
Gotcha. Okay. Not mad at that. I can see them going in there still in the win. I'm gonna go with Miami. In the close one. I think Carson Beck pulls up in his Lamborghini and is ready to play, edges them out.
All right, so you done took all the Florida teams. You got FAMU on your hat now. You took Florida State to beat Bama. You taking Miami to beat Notre Dame. What about the Florida Gators, man?
Florida Gators, man. Who Florida got?
Florida Gators coming back off of a season they went through last year, bro, where they had to fight. They had to fight. Quarterback went down. They ended up playing the freshman that everybody wanted to see. Head coach found a way to get those guys back on track. Man, what are the Gators gonna look like, bro? We always talk about the organization and just the standard.
Hey man, they saying they got the hardest schedule in college football, which they probably do. But all I do is see them playing a whole lot of SEC teams because they're in the SEC conference. So what does that say? But yeah, I'm taking all the Florida teams to win and start of the year, man. Florida is actually starting off with a team that sounds like they come off of NCAA. The Long Island University Sharks is their first game. I like the Florida Gators in that game. Really, really big.
Man, listen, I'm gonna tell you about the Long Island Sharks. I ain't never heard of them. So listen, man, we rocking out with the Gators, bro. They need this win. I'm not surprised that they scheduled this opponent because when you look at their schedule, it's SEC opponents, but it's different than our SEC opponents. We don't play LSU. We don't play a lot of these top tier SEC teams this year. Call out the teams that Florida got, bro.
Get it.
LSU on there, Texas A&M on there, Ole Miss on there.
Keep going. All them on.
Shoot,
Man,
Kentucky,
yeah, keep going.
South Carolina.
Yeah.
Oh,
Keep
you see
going.
what I'm saying? They got some they got some guys they got to go
Keep
through.
going.
Uh, man, they don't play Bama this year. It's
Uh,
no way you put Bama on that schedule. They don't play Auburn.
so they
They play Georgia. They got Georgia right in the.
so Florida has LIU, USF. Then they play LSU, Miami, Texas, Texas A&M, Mississippi State, Georgia. Uh, who's that? Kentucky, Ole Miss, Tennessee. Then they go finish off with Florida State. They playing Tennessee late. Golly, they used to play Tennessee way earlier than that.
So they play in Miami and Florida State. Is that typical of the
Uh,
Florida schools?
nah, every few years,
But
but I feel like they should play them every year.
mm,
Yeah,
mm.
Florida schools should play each other
Hey
every.
man, what a schedule. That's
Yeah,
all I say, man. What a schedule.
hey man,
Uh,
what I'm here for. That's how I feel. I don't like them,
man.
them weak games, man. It's hard for me to get up for them.
Yeah,
I
man, I get
like
it.
the electricity.
Yeah, man, I get it. But when you're talking about making the playoffs, being able to recover, I don't see too many recovery periods in the
Hey man, welcome to the NFL. You
man,
want to be an
man,
NFL
man.
player? Show
Hey,
me.
man. Yeah, yeah. Well, hey, shout out to the Florida Gators, man. I'm always a fan since a kid, man. Just like what they do, tradition wise. Seems like they always put a good product on the field, play tough. I want to see the swamp. I like to watch games in the swamp. So hopefully they can keep that fan base excited, bro. And I like the head coach, man. Head coach, I seen. I liked what he was doing at Louisiana Monroe. Wasn't he at Monroe before?
Nah, he was at the
Or
Raging
Tech?
Cage.
Raising. Okay, okay. Yeah. Like what he was doing with the Raging Cajuns in Louisiana, though. And hopefully he can continue to put things together at Florida, bro. Because those donors, bro, they was trying to buy him out last year.
Yeah, it was, man. And people got to give a chance for stuff to settle in. I agree. It was a couple wins that they left on the table, and it was a few that I felt like they probably could have lost, especially the one at Ole Miss. But just having the team better prepared, man. That first game coming out against Miami at home, man, they just really looked unprepared. So you
Yeah.
could see why the donors would be like, "Yo, what's going on?" But they stayed the course, man. They didn't let the outsiders get in, um, and influence what was going on in their program. They stayed down and they continued to chop wood. And now this year they have big expectations. With the quarterback Lagway coming back for his second year.
I like it, man. All right. So finishing things off, bro, we got some good ball coming up. Is there any team in the SEC, Georgia, Texas, um, South Carolina, that you expecting to just step it up this year, take it and stay at the top tier of the SEC?
Ooh, uh, I'm all about quarterback play. Because the quarterback is the most important thing. Lead the team, make the team go, pick teams up, etc. Uh, who do I expect a lot from? I will say South Carolina, but I just feel like they're doing for a letdown. Um, who else, man? Been
I
biased
said,
against
man,
Auburn, but
you, you, you talk about South Carolina, they got the roster. They definitely got the quarterback, like you just said, most important position. Georgia, it's just Georgia. A lot of these programs really don't have that quarterback that you're used to seeing second, third year guy. South Carolina is the closest thing to that, and Florida with a second year quarterback. Um, it's a different day and age, bro. I wouldn't even mention Vandy. Obviously, I love the heart the guy got. Bless you, bless you. I love the heart the guy got at Vandy. What's his name?
Pavia.
Yeah, he's a dog, man, competitor.
Chip on
Um,
the shoulder.
but I'll go with Carolina, South Carolina. Again, watching how this team operate, I feel like they will be a team that's gonna be together this season, bro. Expectations are high. Last year almost squeaked their way in the playoffs. Um, almost got to the SEC championship. If they would have beat Texas A&M that last game of the season, they would have not Texas A&M. They would have beat Texas. Think they would have got in, but I'm gonna go with South Carolina. Curious to see this team play this year, and I think they can come out the East, bro.
Well, good thing is they ain't doing East and West no more. It's the two top teams in the SEC.
So
So just win and you'll get there.
win and get in, win and get in. So I know they got to play Georgia. I'm sure.
Yeah, man.
Just talked about Florida, man. These schedules are
They're
these
brutal. They're brutal.
schedules are real.
But I don't like how they added these teams, and then with adding all these new teams, man, how you lose the integrity of the league. I feel like, man, I hate not playing LSU every year at Auburn. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what you mean we ain't playing LSU? You know what I'm saying? I look forward to that game. Um, yeah, man, I don't really like it. I kind of wish they kept it East and West and moved a few of these teams that's in the East to the West and moved a few that's in the West to the East, and see how that worked out.
Man, a SEC team that we haven't mentioned though, Missouri, Eli, Coach
Yeah.
Eli, man. That's a team to be respected. Um, you think they still got something to say this year?
Man, they lost a lot, man. Lost their best receiver, Luther Burden, to the draft.
Hmm.
Chicago Bears. I don't know. Haven't heard much about him. Always rooting for him, just because of the connections. But I don't think Missouri does too much. Too much this year, man. Just feel like it's too many good teams. I don't know who they quarterback. I don't know much about him. We'll do my research on him. So I can start having better picks and better takes for him. But I just don't know. I don't know what Missouri has to offer at this point. I'm sure they will come with some. I know Eli will draw something up to have them guys competing. So we'll see.
All right, man. There it is, bro. We got less than a week now. We got 7 days, few days till we kick off this thing Saturday with Kansas State against Iowa State in Ireland, man. So again, hopefully everybody can really tune in. Let's get excited for these football games, bro, because we'll be here to talk about it. In the
Yeah.
meantime, support all the athletes, man. Any businesses, brands, products, go to the website, wearerivalry.com, anywhere in the country, anywhere in the world. And you can support these athletes from restaurants to, products, t-shirts, um, household items. Athletes do it all. Go support.
Yes, sir. Warm up with Rivalry 25, 26. Yeah, we bad.
Yes, sir.